Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Okay, so for today's video, we will proceed with chapter 6, which is linear inequalities into variables. So for our first learning objective is, how do you represent a situation? How do you represent a situation in the forms of linear inequalities? So before this, you already familiar with inequalities. Inequalities means the symbol that other than equal. So look at this one. This is the basic knowledge that you need to know for this chapter. So if this is the examples of inequalities. This is the symbol of inequalities. So look at the first one, greater than. This is the symbol for greater than. And this one, the second one is the symbol for less than. And then this one, greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. This is the symbol for less than or equal to. Okay, you need to remember this one, the symbol and also the meaning of the symbol. Okay, now look at the first one. Our learning objective is to represent a situation in the forms of linear inequalities. So look at example 1. Okay, this is example 1. Okay, so look at example 1. Taufik wants to buy some revision books and exercise books at a book exhibitions. And then he find that the price of a reference book is RM14 and the price of an exercise book is RM9. The maximum amount of money that Taufik can spend is RM100. Represent the above situation in an appropriate forms of linear inequality. So the information that you have is there is 2 books that Taufik buy, which is revision books and exercise books. Okay, so this one will be our revision book, will be our unknown, which is X, and then exercise book will be our second unknown, which is Y. Okay, and then look at the next sentence. He finds that the price of a reference book is RM14. So for reference book, the price for a book is RM14 and the price for exercise book is RM9. 14 and 9. So the maximum amount of money that Taufik can spend is RM100. So the maximum amount of money that Taufik can spend is RM100. This is the sentence that you need to decide which symbol that you need to choose, either this one, this one, this one, or this one. Okay, the maximum amount, this is once again I told you, this is the sentence that you need, that decide the symbol that you will use. Okay, so look at this one. The maximum amount of money that Taufik can spend is RM100. So maximum amount means that Taufik can only spend 100 or below 100. So look at which symbol that is the most suitable one, which is 100 and less than. Okay, so greater than, no. Okay, less than also no, because maximum, which is 100, Taufik still can spend 100 and less than 100. So the suitable one is the last one. This is the symbol, less than or equal to. Okay, now from here you know that the symbol is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to what? 100. Okay, now how many book that Taufik spend for revision books? For revision books that represent X is 14 ringgit for each book. So X multiply with 14. So we will get 14X. And then another book Taufik buy is exercise book, which represent the unknown Y. So Y multiply with how many ringgit for exercise book? 9 ringgit. So 9Y. So the answer will be this one. Okay, 14X plus 9Y less than or equal to 100. Okay, that's it. So this is the answer. Okay, this is how you represent the situation in an appropriate forms of linear inequality. Okay, look at the solution, the schema solution in your textbook. Okay, if you can see here, okay, this is how you write. Okay, and then look at this one. Okay, the linear inequalities 14x plus 9y less than or equal to 100 can also be written as, okay, other than this one, there is another way on how you can write the answer, which is either this one, or this one. This is acceptable. This one, or this one. There is three way on how you can write, and this is acceptable. Okay. Okay, class, we proceed with second example. Okay, look at this one. Puan Hidayah wants to buy a mathematic poster to hang in the mathematic rooms. The cost of a small poster is RM 12 ringgit 50 sen, and for a large poster is 18 ringgit 50 sen, and represent the purchase of both poster in an appropriate forms of linear inequality if the allocation, this is the key point in order for you to decide which symbol that you need to use of the symbol of inequalities that you need to use. Okay, if the allocations from the school is RM 150. Okay, now look at the first one. What is the unknown here? Okay, the unknown, the first unknown here is small poster, and also large poster. The first unknown, this is the second unknown. Okay, now look at this one, allocation. Allocation is the key point that will decide you whether what kind of symbol that you need to use. Okay, allocation in Malay adalah peruntukan. So jika peruntukan daripada sekolah adalah sebanyak RM 150. So peruntukan, so allocation can be 150 exactly the amount or less than, but it cannot be exceed 150, right? So the most suitable inequalities is the last one here, which is less than or equal to. Okay, now we already know the symbol, which is less than or equal to. Now look at this one. Look at the solution given here. Okay, so we represent K as the small poster and B for large poster. So for small poster, the price is 12 ringgit 50 sen. So 12 ringgit 50 sen K plus with 18 ringgit 50 sen B, which is the large poster. So less than or equal to 150. So now you need to, okay, for your information, okay, in order for you to form linear inequalities, you need to make this number, this value in the forms of whole number. So this one is in the forms of decimal, right? So you need to make it in the forms of whole number. So what should you do? You need to change this decimal into fractional first, into fractional number first. So 12 ringgit 50 sen will be 25 over 2K plus 37 over 2B. Okay, less than or equal to 150. Okay, after this, you got this fractional form, then you need to multiply both sides of the inequalities by 2 in order for you to cancel the fractional denominator. We don't want the denominator here. So in order for us to cancel the denominator, you need to multiply both this one by 2. This one you need to multiply by 2, this one also, and also this side also. Okay, now after that you cancel off, then you will get 25K plus with this one cancel off, you will get 37B, and then less than or equal to 2 times 150, you will get 300. Okay, so this is the answer, or the answer can be 37B less than or equal to 300 minus 25K, or 25K less than or equal to 300 minus 37B. Okay, like this. This is acceptable. Okay. Okay class, let's proceed with our second learning objective, which is how do you verify the conjecture about points in the region that satisfy a linear inequalities. Okay, before we proceed with linear inequalities, let's recall back with your previous lesson, which is when you are in Form 1. Okay, linear equation, okay, the linear equation or straight line, the general form is like this, right? Y equal to mx plus c equation. So the only symbol for linear equation is this symbol, equal. Okay, now let's look at this one. Okay, for this chapter you learn about the linear inequalities, right? Which is the symbol is this one, this one, this one, and this one. There is 4 symbols that you need to remember. Okay, now look at this one. This one first. Linear equation y equal to mx plus c. So, okay. If there is the point here, this point, okay, this is all along this one, there is the point, and point. Okay, all the point that lies on the straight line satisfy the equation of y equal to mx plus c. Once again, I told you, okay, all the point that lies on the straight line satisfy the linear equation y equal to mx plus c. This is for linear equation. Okay, now let's look at linear inequalities. The first symbol is greater than. Okay, for linear equation, linear inequalities greater than, so this is still a straight line. Okay, but okay, why it is dotted? Okay, I will explain later. Okay, but before that, y greater than mx plus c. Okay, greater than. So if the linear inequalities, the symbol is greater than, so it means that the region, this is the region, the point, all the point that lies on the region above satisfy the linear inequality y greater than mx plus c. So let's once again, I told you, for linear inequalities greater than, the region is in here, above the straight line, this one. This is this region. Okay, all the point that lies on the region above satisfy the inequalities y greater than mx plus c. For example, like this point, this point, this point, this point, and this point will satisfy the y greater than mx plus c. Okay, instead of linear equation, all the point lies on the straight line satisfy the equation, which is y equal to mx plus c, just the point that lies on the straight line. But for linear inequalities, for greater than, okay, the region is in here. So all the point that lies all the point that lies in the region above satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than mx plus c. This one, okay, for example, if the point is in here, this point, it lies on the straight line, this one, is it satisfy the linear inequalities y greater than mx plus c? No, the answer is not, because y greater than mx plus c, the point that lies on y greater than mx plus c is the point that above the straight line, which is this region, not lies on the straight line. Okay, remember that one. Okay, why I draw the dash line instead of the straight line, the solid line? Why I draw dash line? Because as I told you, y greater than mx plus c, the point that lies on the point above the straight line that satisfy the y greater than mx plus c, not the point that lies on the straight line. Okay, on the straight line. So that's why the linear inequalities for greater than the straight line is we draw with dash line. Okay, for this one. Okay, now look at the second linear inequalities, which is greater than or equal to. Okay, look at this one, greater than or equal to. Okay, for this one, okay, all the point that lies, Okay, all the point that lies on the straight line and above the straight line satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than or equal to mx plus c. Okay, it means that all the point here satisfy the y greater than or equal to mx plus c, and the point above the straight line also satisfy the inequalities y greater than or equal to mx plus c. Okay, this point and this point will satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than or equal to mx plus c. Okay, both of these will satisfy these linear inequalities. Okay, remember, for this one, the point that satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than mx plus c is just the point that lies above the straight line, not on the straight line, remember the difference. Okay, now look at the third one, linear inequality less than. For less than, okay, okay, there is no equal below here, right, below the symbol, so it means that less than. So less than means that the region is below the straight line. Okay, so it means that all the point that lies below the straight line will satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than mx plus c. Okay, and also for this one, if the point lies on the straight line, so the point is not satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than mx plus c. Okay, remember. Okay, now this one done already. Now look at the last one, linear inequalities for the symbol of less than or equal to. Okay, less than or equal to less than. So it means that below the point lies on the straight line and also below the straight line will satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than or equal to mx plus c. Okay, so it means that the point that lies on the straight line will satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than or equal to mx plus c, and also the point here, and here, which is the point that lies below the straight line. So it means below the straight line, this one, so the point will satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than or equal to mx plus c. Okay, I hope you can differentiate the 5 differences between this one. Okay. Okay, class, in order to enhance your understanding, let's look at example 3. Okay, draw the straight line y equal to negative 2x plus 6 for x is greater than or equal to negative 1, but x is less than or equal to 5. Okay, plot the points 1, negative 2, 4, negative 2, 0, 1, 1, 4, 4, 3, and 2, 6. And then the question asks you to determine whether the points plotted satisfy y equal to negative 2x plus 6, y greater than negative 2x plus 6, or y less than negative 2x plus 6. Okay, this is related to the explanation that I have told you just now. Okay, let's look at, the first thing that you need to do is you need to draw the straight line of y equal to negative 2x plus 6. So how you want to draw? Okay, based on this information. Okay, this is the straight line equation, and then this one. Okay, you need to draw the straight line of y equal to negative 2x plus 6 for x is greater than or equal to negative 1 and x is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so what you need to do in order for you to draw the straight line, you need to draw at least 2 points in order for you to draw the straight line. Okay. Okay, let's look at the working. Okay, look at the solution. Okay, y equal to negative 2x plus 6. This is the straight line equation, linear equation of linear equation. Okay, now the question give you the information, this one, right, which is this one and also this one. Okay, so x greater than or equal to negative 1, but x is less than or equal to 5. So you can take any number for variable x in between -1 until 5, but this one to make it easier for you, so the solution just take -1 and 5. So -1 and 5. Remember I told you, in order for you to draw the straight line or to draw the linear equation, you need at least 2 point to draw the straight line. Okay, so this is 2 point, enough 2 point only. So x is equal to -1. So what is the value of y? So you need to substitute x in the linear equation here. So -2 in bracket -1 plus 6. So the answer is 8. Okay, and then for this for x is equal to 5, y will become, this is the working, y will become -4. Okay. Okay, so now you done already for 2 point in order for you to draw the straight line. Okay, now look at this one. This is the drawing. Okay, let's x negative, x what? Okay, x -1, y 8. So x -1, x -1, and then y is 8. So this is the point that you need to plot, and then another point is 5 -4. So 5, which one? 5, this one, 5 -4. So this one you need to plot. After you plot the 2 point here, then you can draw the straight line. Take out your ruler and you can just do it like this. Straight, you draw the straight line from this point to this point. Okay, and then now you already done the drawing. You already draw the straight line of y equal to -2x plus 6. Okay, now done already for this one. This is y, this is the straight line for y equal to -2x plus 6. Okay, then after that, what the question asks you, then you need to plot the points here. 1 -2, 4 -2, 0 1, 1 4, 4 3, and 2 6. Okay, now you just need to make a dotted here. Okay, this one 1 4 2 6 4 -2 1 2 1 -2 4 3 0 1. Okay, now the question asks you to determine the points plotted satisfy determine whether the point plotted satisfy y equal to -2x plus 6, or y greater than -2x plus 6, or y less than -2x plus 6. Okay, the question asks you to decide based on the point that you just plot. You need to decide which one that satisfy the 3 equation that I just told you. Okay, now look at this one. Okay, remember for y equal to -2x plus 6. So the point that satisfy this equation is the point that lies on the straight line. So look at which one is the point that lies on the straight line. So 1 4 and also what? 4 -2. Okay, so that's why the answer here 0.14 and 4 -2 satisfy the equation of y equal to -2x plus 6. So based on your observation from the explanation that I told you just now. Okay, now look at this point. Okay, look at this one. The second linear inequalities. This one we done already, right? This one done. Now look at this one. Okay, y greater than -2x plus 6. Y greater than, okay? Greater than. Remember this one? The notes, y greater than mx plus c. So the point that lies above the straight line satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than mx plus c. Not lies on the straight line, not the point that lies on the straight line. Okay, now look at, this is the straight line. So for y greater than -2x plus 6, which is the region above the straight line. So this one. So which one? 2 6 and 4 3. So based on the solution here, 2 6 4 3 satisfy the inequalities of y greater than -2x plus 6. Okay, you just need to look at this one, okay, in order for you to know which point that satisfy the linear inequalities. Okay, now the last one, which is y less than negative 2x plus 6. Less than negative 2x plus 6. So it means that the point that lies below the straight line satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than negative 2x plus 6. So which point? This point 0, 1 and also 1, negative 2. So 0, 1 and 1, negative 2 satisfy the inequalities of y less than negative 2x plus 6. That's it. That is how you determine. Okay. Okay, class. In example 3 just now, you determine the point. You determine the point that satisfy the linear inequalities by drawing the graph, right? By drawing the graph of the straight line. But for example 4, you need to determine whether the given point satisfy the linear inequalities without using the drawing of the graph. Okay, so how you want to do it? Okay, this is simple, much simpler than by using the graph lah. Okay, wait. Okay, now class, look at example 4. Given the linear equation y equal to negative 3x plus 6, without drawing the graph of the straight line, determine whether the given point satisfy y equal to negative 3x plus 6 or y greater than negative 3x plus 6 or y less than negative 3x plus 6. Okay, now based on this point, so the question asks you whether this point satisfy this linear equation or this linear inequalities or this linear inequalities. So which one? Okay, now look at the solution. So this is the point, right? So 2, 5. Okay, the first one is you need to test by using the linear equation, which is y equal to negative. Oh, you don't have to. You just need to do it like this. Y negative 3x plus 6. So y is the value of y is 5, right? And then the value of this part, which is negative 3x, you need to substitute with 2. So negative 3 in bracket 2 plus 6. So the answer will be 0. So it means that 5 is greater than 0. So from here, we know that thus 0.25 satisfy the y greater than negative 3x plus 6. Because of what? Because 5 is greater than 0. So it means that this point satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than negative 3x plus 6. Okay, now look at B, which is 0.12. Okay, for 0.12, okay, y negative 3x plus 6. So y, the value of y is 2. Now, the value of negative 3x plus 6, you need to substitute the value x into this equation, which is negative 3 in bracket 1 plus 6. So you will get the answer is 3. So 2 and 3, which is 2, is less than 3. So now we know that 0.12 satisfy the linear inequalities of y less than negative 3x plus 6. Okay? Okay, now look at C. Look at C, which is negative 1, 9. Okay, so y negative 3x plus 6. Okay, y, the value is 9. And then for this equation, negative 3x plus 6. So negative 3, negative 1 plus 6. So the answer is 9. So 9, the right side and the left side is equal. So 9 equal 9. So it means that point negative 1, 9 satisfy the linear equation of y equal to negative 3x plus 6. That's it. It is much easier than by drawing the graph lah. Okay, now look at D, the last one, 0, 8. So y negative 3x plus 6. So the value of y is 8. The value of this part is negative 3 in bracket 0 plus 6. So your answer will be 6. So it means that 8 is greater than 6. So thus 0.08 satisfy the linear inequalities of y greater than negative 3x plus 6. So that's it. That is how you do it, by calculation like this, okay? In order for you to determine that whether the point satisfy linear equation or linear inequalities, okay? Or it can be both, okay? So that's it. Okay class, let's look at example 5. Okay. Now you need to shade the region that represents each of the following inequalities. Just now I also taught you how to draw, right? How to draw which region of the linear inequalities. Okay. Now look at this one. For A, y greater than 2 over 3x plus 2. Okay, greater than. So if greater than, so it means that you need to shade the region above the straight line. So this one, above the straight line. This is the region that you need to shade above the straight line. Why it is dash line? Because it is greater than and there is no equal below the symbol. Okay. Now look at B. Y less than or equal to x minus 1. Okay, less than x minus 1. Less than or equal to x minus 1. So it means that you need to shade the region below the straight line. Okay, below the straight line. Okay, this one. Okay, and then below the straight line. Now you look at once again at the symbol. Less than or equal to. So it means that it is the solid line. It means that the point that lies on the straight line and the point lies below the straight line also satisfy these linear inequalities. Okay. So now look at the last one. Last example, which is C. Y less than 1. Y less than 1. So it means that, okay, this is the dotted line because this is the dash line because there is no equal below the symbol. So it means that you need to shade below the straight line. Okay, like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, this is how you shade the region of the linear inequalities. Okay, now class, let's look at example 6. Okay, for example 6, you need to draw the graph and shade the region that represent each of the following inequalities. So look at A first. Okay, A, y less than or equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, so you need to draw the graph and shade the region. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to draw the graph. So remember, in order for you to draw the graph, you need to draw 2 points, or you need to draw you need to plot 2 points. Okay, so in order for you to draw the graph, you need to convert the linear inequality to the forms of linear equation first. Okay, in order for you to draw the graph, okay, you need to convert first linear inequalities into linear equation first. Okay, so y equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, remember, okay, let's x and y. Okay, we need to create 2 points, right, in order for you to draw the straight line. So x, just choose any number that you like. Don't choose too big and don't choose too big lah. So just in between 10 or negative 10, like that. So x, for this solution, it takes choose negative 2. So for negative 2, so x is equal to negative 2. So y will become negative 2, right? So x is equal to negative 2, you need to substitute x with negative 2 in order for you to get the value of y. So 2 in bracket negative 2 plus 3. So you will get the answer is negative 1. And then for x is equal to 2, y will become 7. So 2, you need to substitute x in here. So 2 in bracket 2 plus 3. Then you will got 7. Okay. So after you got these 2 points, then you plot the graph. This one for negative 2, this one for negative 2, negative 1, and this one for to 7. Okay, then you draw the straight line. Why? Okay, before you draw the straight line, you need to look back at the symbol of linear inequalities. The symbol is less than or equal to, right? So for less than or equal to, the line will be solid line. So you need to draw a solid line here, and then you need to shade the region. So why less than or equal to? So less than or equal to, it means that below the straight line, the yellow here. This is the solution. This is the answer. Okay. Now look at B. Look at B. So for B, y greater than x plus 5. So you need to convert the linear inequalities to linear equation first in order for you to draw the straight line. Okay, now let's choose x 0 for this solution. The answer, choose x is equal to 0. So for x is equal to 0, y will become 5, and then for x is equal to negative 5, x substitute with negative 5 plus 5, you will get 0. Okay, so after that you plot the 2 point. So x 0, 5, which is, where is it? X 0, 5. For x 0, y 5. For x 0, y 5. So here, this one, x 0, y 5. And for x negative 5, x negative 5. X 1. Okay, x negative 5, 2, okay, 4, x negative 5, x negative 5 here. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, sorry, this one, negative 5, 0 here, and 0, 5, x 0, and then y is 5, so here, this one. So you just draw the straight line like this. Okay, and then after that, what should you do? Before you draw the straight line, you need to choose. There is two types of straight line, right? There is two type of line, which is whether it's a dash line or solid line. Okay, let's look at B again. Look at the inequalities. So the inequalities is greater than. There is no equal below the symbol. So greater than, greater than. If greater than and there is no equal, so it means that it is a dash line. So you need to draw the dash line. And after that, y greater than x plus 6. So if y greater than x plus 6, so it means that you need to shade the region above the straight line, the yellow one here. Okay. Okay, let's look at C. Is it true? Okay, C. Okay. Same goes for C. C, I think there is no problem because it is just the same as for example A and B. Okay, let's look at D. Okay, D, it's a little bit different. Okay, look at D. Okay. Okay, for D, okay, dx minus y equal to 4. Before this, the inequalities is x minus y greater than 4. The inequalities is x minus 5 minus y greater than 4. Okay, this is the linear inequalities. So, okay, what should you do? There is two unknown at the left side. So what should you do? You need to make it the inequalities to y only, y, positive y. So what should you do? Okay, this one I'm not prefer you to do it like this lah. Okay, just do it like this. Okay, so x minus y greater than 4. X minus y greater than 4. Okay, so what should you do? In order for you to get y, some y only, which is positive y, whether it is greater than or less than, let's see the working. Okay, now x minus y greater than 4. So we want y only and then positive y. So what should we do? You need to bring negative y to the right side, and then x 4 plus y. Okay, and then what should you do? We want y only, so 4 you need to bring it to the left. Okay, so it will become x minus 4 greater than or equal to y. Okay, so after this we can just change it like this. Okay, y less than x minus 4. Okay, so same goes, you will get the same result like this. Okay, y less than x minus 4. Okay, so after that, then you can do it as usual, which is you need to convert the inequalities to linear equation. And then you need to draw as usual, like example A, B, and C. Okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, sorry. Look at E. Okay, E. Look at E. Okay, for E, the inequalities is y greater than or equal to 0, right? Y greater than or equal to 0 for E. Y greater than or equal to 0. And then for F, let's see first. For F, this one, x minus 4. X minus 4. Okay, now look at this one. Okay, class. Okay, for E, y greater than or equal to 0. So you need to convert into linear equation first. So this one you don't have to plot you don't have to find 2 points in order for you to plot the straight line, because we know already where is the straight line, which is y equal to 0. So it means that y equal to 0. So this is the straight line of the linear equation, y equal to 0. So let's look at the symbol, y greater than or equal to 0. So it means that it is a solid line. Okay, and then y greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to, it means that the region is above the straight line, the yellow one here. Okay, now look at F. F, the linear inequalities is x less than 4. And you need to convert into x is equal to 4 in order for you to draw the straight line. This one also you don't have to find or create the 2 points in order for you to draw the straight line, because we already know that x is equal to 4. Where is it? X is equal to 4. So this one. So this is the straight line for x is equal to 4. So why it is dotted? Because less than, there is no equality below the symbol, so you need to draw a dash line. Okay, and then x less than 4. So it means that x less than 4. So it means that you need to shaded this part, less than. X is less than 4, so kurang daripada 4. So that is the region for x less than 4, this part. Okay,